Skullkid here. The last couple of views, Jake's been paying me to do them. This time, I'm doing it just to piss him off. I'll do a movie he actually likes, piss him off more. This is Tales from the Crypt presents Demon. Being released January 13th, 1995, this was the first Tales from the Crypt movie, but the script was not from a comic. It was a script that was tossed around a lot, from Holland to even Full Moon. As eventually Universal got their hands on the script and thought it had potential, and that's the main reason why these movies were made, so they can give scripts that have potential a chance. Which isn't a bad idea, unless you make a sequel that isn't as good. As the movie is about a man that must protect the key as he's trapped with a bunch of assholes, there are a bunch of demons trying to kill him. Which, yeah, there is more, but I'll explain that later. Let's just watch the movie. As the episode begins with a Tales from the Crypt intro, making it feel like it's an episode from the show.
Tales from the Crypt.
Which must have been nice to see in the big screen, because, you know, Tales from the Crypt intro, it's always awesome to see. The one problem with this, though, is that it might make it feel like an extended episode. As after this, we go to, I guess, a Tales from the Crypt episode, as a wife has her husband killed, but he comes back from the dead as she's in the bathtub. But it was all just a movie. I guess they all did that in one shot, in movie at least, since, clearly they didn't stop at all.
You're no Gory Cooper. Another take like that, and it'll be back to bit parts for you, and I won't say what bits I'm talking about.
Ugh, I don't think I need to explain anything. That effect looks like crap.
How the hell did they dig this guy up?
But right after we go back to animatronics, and yeah, they look much better as he shows us the first cut of his movie.
Action. I call this one Demon Night.
And say goodbye to the Crypt Keeper since he isn't showing up again until the end. I guess they just have him in here for money, but it makes sense. Probably wouldn't have watched the movie if it wasn't for the Tales from the Crypt name. As the movie truly starts, as a man's being chased by a cowboy-looking guy, but eventually, he crashes the car. And it's actually a really good opening, since you don't know which one is the bad guy, but I mean, to be honest, it is pretty obvious, since one of them is played by Billy Zane. As the other one is Breaker, who's played by William Sadler, who was in also 2 other Tales from the Crypt episodes. And he also played Death from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. I mean, normally something like this wouldn't be important, but here it actually has something to do with the series.
Well, looks like I won.
Hey, what are you talking about? I am still here. Let's play again. Come on. Double or nothing. Huh.
Yeah, that episode kinda sucks, but at least that part is really cool.
Take my advice, pal. Quit while you're ahead.
As he tries to break in a car, but a kid catches him, but he doesn't make the situation any better.
Hey kid, you want a quarter? How about a shiny new quarter? You want one?
Come with me and you'll get a picture with death, too. As the kid is surprisingly not stupid as Breaker runs away and meets one of the best characters in this movie. Who's Uncle Willie, played by Dick Miller. Yeah, I bet he blames all this movie on fucking gremlins. As the two drink together, the other man somehow is alive, as he tells the cops that he needs to find the other man because he is dangerous. And clearly, this guy's the good one. And by good one, I mean the more entertaining one. As back with these two, Willie takes him to a place that the movie can take place in, as we meet Geraldine, who takes him up to his room. As there are a few other people there, as we meet Wally, Cordelia the slut, and Irene the owner. And no, I'm not joking about her being a slut. She's literally a prostitute.
Hey, maybe I should give him a free...
I mean, you can if you want, but do you really want to give him an STD?
baby.
Just what he needs. Someone else screwing him.
I mean, I still think it would be worth it for him, I guess, since he'd get some pleasure for at least a couple of seconds at least.
God damn it. Get that pussy off the table. I meant the cat.
Okay, I'll be honest here. Normally I try to be an asshole in the movies I review, but, here it's kinda hard. But this asshole is there to make everything worse, as he's there to see Cordelia, but joke's on him. He's gonna get an STD from that, but the cops are there with the collector to screw it up even more.
Drop the guns or I'll kill her.
Don't! I said drop your goddamn guns!
I mean, really, he's not making things any better by doing that. I mean, I know he's not planning on doing it. He says that later in the movie, but, if he gets shot in the head, I don't think he's gonna be able to protect what he's going to try to protect. That's also what's good here is that you have no idea who the bad guy is, but yeah, Breaker is looking a little worse right now as the cops go to look for what the collector is looking for as they find this.
Oh, turn it off! Turn it off! God! Oh, my nipples are smoking.
Dude, what kind of fetish is that? Cordelia, I hope you make him pay extra for this weird shit.
Get your clothes on! Now!
But eventually they do find the key, but Breaker tells them not to give the collector the key, which they smartly don't give the guy the key because they're gonna question him first to find out who the bad guy truly is.
Why wait?
Damn, well, there's your answer, I guess. To be honest, I spoiled this earlier, but, you probably shouldn't watch any review on this channel if you want to actually watch the movie, since you'll get spoiled. As Breaker does get out of the cuffs eventually, so he can go to get the key, so that the collector can get fucked up.
Fuck this cowboy shit! You fucking ho dunk, po dunk, well then there, motherfuckers!
Wow, that clip is perfect. I don't think I need to say anything. It explains itself really well. It's him being pissed off and really entertaining actor. He decides he's gonna condemn the place by bringing his monsters made of goo. So, pretty much they're demonic putties. As the babies rise from the dead, it reminds me slightly of Pumpkin as the lights go out, and they make sure the demons die by shooting them in the fucking eyes. Which is not exactly an easy shot, but it's pretty obvious flaw in the basic enemies. As he gets them all out, as he placed the blood in front of the door so they cannot pass, and doing the same with the other door. That was your own fault, okay? You probably should have died. You're more stupid than the goddamn putties are. But they're not as dumb as these two who think it's a good idea to go outside, but sadly they end up surviving and be able to go back inside. God damn it, I wanted him to die. I mean, he played Sandman in Spider-Man 3. I want revenge! As when Roach gets inside, he says he wants answers now, damn it! As Breaker tells him that they need to stay inside, and together. They can kill the demons with the blood and the key, or destroy their eyes. As he goes and closes off all the entrances, as he talks to Geraldine, them talking about how she had a feeling about him. And no, it ain't sexual feelings. It'll be important later. As they end up finding the cat, but the good thing is that it's not possessed. But actually, it's a thing, so they're even more screwed. No, I'm joking, but if that actually did happen, they'd be fucked. I mean, they already can't trust Roach. But a problem is coming with the collector trying to convince Cordelia to open the door by telling her that she will be beautiful forever. Which is a big fucking lie. I mean, really, have you seen those demons? I mean, they're not exactly pretty unless you're talking about the practical effects, which look actually really good. As he also tells her that he will give her love forever, which means that she'll be gangbanged in hell, but we don't see if she let him in or not. But when Wally walks in and she's acting kind of weird, yeah, you can probably guess that she's a demon.
Cordelia?
Oh yeah, that's real love. Eating his fucking face off.
As she's now clearly beautiful, as she rips Irene's fucking arm off before she's killed.
Give it to me! Give it to me!
Oh yeah, giving her booze might help a bit with the pain, but you might want to cauterize the wound so she doesn't bleed to death.
As they want to leave the hellhole, as Breaker tells them it's a bad idea, but of course, they don't listen, as they're going to use the mine to get out of there. They also find a little boy down there earlier, but there's also demons down there.
Yeah, you really should have listened to Breaker. He's the one who knows how these things will work. He probably is right, but at least there is a good thing that they were able to save the kid.
But they lose some of the room they had since this dumbass blows off the blood.
Oh yeah, that's a smart plan. Shooting the damn thing keeps the demon out. Hope you die, Brooch.
Guess you got an I told you so coming to you.
Well, no, at least you're able to save the kid. It's Brooch's fucking fault.
Where next we go to World War I as he kills one of them bastards, but one of the men is really screwed as he gives Breaker the key. As back in the present he explains a lot of things.
God damn it, I'm not making these rules up!
Well, I mean, whoever wrote the movie was...
As he goes back to the beginning, as he says the darkness was full of demons with keys, but God screwed it up and scattered the keys, as demons got 6 of the keys, and he filled the last key with the carpenter's blood, as it keeps getting refilled.
So, now you know. You feel better?
Well, no, since Jay won't allow me to show a clip longer than 10 seconds because of copyright, especially since it's done by Universal, so I had to explain all of that shit myself. But at least I wasn't confused while saying it, so that's good.
As Broke seems like he's being good, but the dumbass decides to steal the damn key!
Stop this, okay? What do you think? The world becoming hell, pretty much, means that you will live. Never trust a fucking demon. Or a Hollywood contract.
After what that dumbass did, the Collector goes into Geraldine's head. The Collector clearly lies, saying that she will be always pretty.
Okay, I mean, that's clearly a lie. I mean, look at Cordelia.
As maybe he got in her head, I really don't know. They leave it ambiguous for now. As upstairs, Uncle Willie is drinking and the kid's reading Tales from the Crypt comics.
Hey kid, what issue is that? And it clearly can't be Demon Knight since this movie is not based off a comic book.
As Irene is left alone in the attic, or, well, except for the alcohols, Roach is screwing around.
Hey. They hate that.
So do more. No, really, I think that was actually what I was about to say, since, he hates these fucking things, and that looks like it would be fun to do.
But sadly, Uncle Willie has the Collector in his head, and has a lot of titties, and yeah, I don't feel like censoring that.
Damn it, Willie. Say no, you're one of the best characters in this movie.
As it turns out, the Wally actually was reading everyone's mail, and he was going to take down the post office.
Oh yeah, maybe I should have mentioned it, since it is important, but the only thing that's important about it is that they get some grenades. So, it's barely important. The reason why they get it, just, they need to have it for the plot. So, I stand by it, it's still not important.
With Irene getting tried next, but the Collector's shot down pretty fast.
Is that a yes?
No, that's me giving you the finger, asshole.
I'll get back to you.
Yeah, that was a pretty good answer.
But sadly, Uncle Willie didn't give a good answer, since he is, yes, sadly, a demon. As eventually they are able to get his head off, but he's similar to Chuck. He controls his body from his head, but sadly he's taken down.
R.I.P. Uncle Willie. You know it's sad when I'm sad that a character died because they're so good.
As Roach is a fucking dumbass and lets the Collector in.
Damn it, can you really trust a guy who does that? I mean, that really has to suck. Billy Zane, that's really good though.
And of course, yeah, I was right.
Oh, Roach, there's just one more thing I forgot to mention. I lied.
Thank you! Finally, that asshole is dead. That's for Spider-Man 3! And for being an asshole in this movie, too.
As Breaker, Geraldine, and the kid get upstairs, for these two to sadly sacrifice themselves.
Supper time.
Watch him be a dud. Or not. You're lucky that those weren't duds or anything, or weren't even real fucking grenades, since the rest of his shit didn't have any fucking bullets in it. But those were actually real, so you're lucky.
Can I have it?
Wait, what did that comic say? I guess it's just a knockoff.
As a kid fucks them up, becoming a fucking monster. But kids in horror movies, most of the time, don't die.
Oh, never mind the kid not dying. I mean, I guess since he's a monster, you can screw that rule and kill him.
As Breaker gives her his blood and passes on the key to her as he dies. But she is smart, covering herself with his blood.
Very smart. Didn't have a refill right next to you, you'd probably be screwed though.
Well, let me tell you something. That's the first thing I'm gonna change!
Hey, give her no tears shampoo. She won't be crying as much.
As most of the blood comes off, but she's able to get some in her mouth as the collector has some fun with the demon knight as they dance.
It's not one of those times. And you're really starting to piss me off! Young boy!
Yeah, I'm really sorry that happens from time to time.
If I can't have your soul, I'm gonna take your heart.
Ah, come on, he was the best character in this movie. I actually wanted him to win. Oh well, at least he got a cool death.
As she was able to survive the night, as she gets one last refill and heads off, as a new demon follows her.
And really, you won't have as much fun with this guy as much as Billy Zane. In a few months, you'll miss Billy. But at least he has a good taste in music.
As Crypt Keeper has to go to Scream Mirror, as he's getting final cut.
Well, what do you know? I asked for final cut, and I got it!
Wait, it's, the premiere. Shouldn't the movie already been edited?
Now that's entertainment!
Yeah, probably should have been, but oh well. The movie's really fun and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed this movie. It's surprisingly entertaining. Hell, I actually was sad when most of the characters died, which is rare for me, and the story is pretty well thought out, and performances are great for most of them, especially Billy Zane. I mean, he's so damn entertaining in this movie, and the practical effects look really good. I really don't have any big complaints. I mean, you just have to watch the movie and you'll understand why it's so good. As I give it a 4 out of 5.
Fuck this cowboy shit! You fucking ho dunk, po dunk, well then there, motherfuckers!
Yeah, that's the highest I'm gonna give it since I'm an asshole, but anyway, I'm gonna go.
shit! You fucking ho dunk, po dunk, well then there, motherfuckers!